Yeah, come walk with me and save your toes and feet. Yeah, I said, come walk with me, save your toes and feet. 'Cause when you walk with me, you can eat the food you want to eat. I'm walking, y'all, trying to save my feet and toes. I said I'm walking, y'all, trying to save my feet and toes. 'Cause if I stop walking, y'all, they cut me up until I'm just a nose. I'm walking, y'all, trying to save my feet and toes. Yeah, I said I'm walking, y'all, trying to stay ahead of the sugar cane. If I stop walking, y'all, the cane gonna trip me up. Yeah, come walk with me, save your feet and toes. Yeah, I said come walk with me, save your feet and toes. 'Cause if I stop walking, y'all, they cut me up until I'm just a nose. Yeah, come walk with me and save your toes and feet. Yeah, I said. Great right isn't, y'all. Great right isn't. Come on for the walk. Y'all. Great right isn't. Thanks for coming on the walk. Like, comment, share. Tell an uncle, tell an auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend. Didn't look like I had lipstick on. I was like, ooh. Like, comment, share, subscribe. 45-minute walk. And we got HR40. I can't upload it because I don't know how to. Anyway, I got it. It's a little nippy. It's raging out there. Yes. Yes, the raging I want the ancestors to do. But I realized that, like, the energy of the ancestors, I'm laying there thinking. And they said, just remind me of something that I know. All those places are southern states. When their matter and energy separate, they send that energy into an imaginary area. I say garbage pail. So how can the ancestors rage in Mississippi and Alabama and South Carolina and such? Georgia has some places where they have the gullahs. Yes, I came through the gullah. And so they always connect to their energy, to their ancestors' energy. But them other places, like Tennessee, they take all of their ancestors' energy and I guess you could say, from what I'm feeling from them, you throw it to the white man to protect him. So listen, my daughter know, when my matter and energy separate, look at here. Just let me be by myself. Don't wish my energy nowhere. I got plans for my energy. I got plans. Yes. Head rager. Yes. I don't want no rest in peace. I was trying to live in peace. But racism and discrimination never gave me that. So now that I'm not here, I'm not looking telling me ain't no peace. I'm more like settling the score. So, now, chicken thigh, what they say, chicken thigh with paste on eyes is in the hospital. Oh, they have the best insurance. I remember when I was a young adult and I had no insurance, and I always thought they used to parade it in my face. They probably were. That's how the Hatfields and McCoys are, Democrats, Republicans. How they would legislate more money for them for their health care, better health care. And I'm sitting there, teeth didn't fall out, using all the home remedies I can. But rest assured, the Hatfields and McCoys have the best health insurance. So, old Hatfield and McCoy Mick, he made sure you didn't have any. Then he put that orange slime into the... But once his man and Indy separate, I want my ancestors to be crowded around that hospital bed. And when that energy comes out, strangle it, stomp it, destroy it, make sure it never comes back to this earth again. Kick and push his ancestors' energy out the way. This man has done a lot of damage. Make sure that energy never comes back. The minute he flatlines, and as they say, that energy leaves the body, I want my ancestors to jump on it. Whew. Like in high school, when they used to jump the girls or jump the boys, I want the ancestors to jump McConnell, McMucker, made our life, or live in hell. And if this is the work of the ancestors, that he is even where he is, I say touche, ancestors. One down, more to go. You see, that's why I couldn't understand about Christianity. I would come home. Jesus so-and-so, no, you gotta forgive him, you gotta, but see, no, you gotta forgive him. Especially when I went down south. You just rage within, but you forgive him. You have no idea how it is to be in a household. When you go out as a family, just decent people, just going shopping or whatever, and you run into one of them freaking Hatfields and McCoy behind the register, or something you asked them, and then your parents say, oh, okay, thank you very much. No, that's not a problem. And then when you get back to the car and you say, Daddy this, or Mommy this, they tear into you like you was the cashier, like you was that rude person to them. Now, my stepmother was light-skinned, so she always had better, the salespeople would always want to help her and different things like that. So, there was no problem there. But, my mother was very dark. So, there you go. There you got it. There it is. So maybe that's why they ain't got no ancestors to rage in those places, because And then now with the yeah, now all ooh child, boy ancestors. Then in Florida Scientology, they send in your energy to a spaceship. Okay. And y'all can't wait to get in there. So there's no ancestors for y'all in that case. Because you already put them to rest in peace, so they're chilling. So listen to my podcasts in the Midwest and stuff. Like I told y'all yesterday, I have tried to listen to podcasts about African American true crime. But when I was growing up, that's all there was African American true crime. We did all the crimes. Wife missing, African American boy walk by. And they would, back in the lynching days, they would string them up so fast, or beat them up and throw them in jail some way so fast that you never knew if they did it or if they didn't do it. So at this age, I listened to the girls. I was like, sisters who kill. You know, I like women who stand up for themselves. But no, furnace just turned on. We are in they say a nor'easter or something like that. Am I saying Easter? Whew. Anyway. But I was in the neighborhood. Ancestors now. They had all this they want me to say for them. So you don't got nobody, no energy to stand up for you. You cast all your energy out and you put all your energy to rest. Caucasian people don't do this. Yeah, they go to church and they bend down to them statues and all that stuff, but they remember their family. Sadly, they also cast their family out. But they still remember them. And that's the difference. Now, we didn't have that option. I don't know why you don't rage. Every time I think on it, I rage. Yeah, the separation of mind, bad energy. Ooh, don't wish me nowhere. Leave me alone. Hasta Louisa. Get on with your life. See us. Or maybe never see you again. All right. Either way. So, leave me alone. Don't say bye. Don't say bye. You don't got to. I'm alive. You ain't saying hi or bye. I'm here. So don't mess with me when the most important part of this human experience is taking place. I wasn't aware when my matter and energy came together. I know my matter came out in 1957. But energy, I would have to put it to like 4 years old. I remember some glimpses of my father holding me. One really good one sticks with me. But other than that, but on this side, when I'm leaving, as much as I can know, I know. And I don't want to share that. I found that out when I went to Nevada. I have so many pictures. I don't want to share them. It's my experience. It's my memory. Somehow trying to explain it and share with y'all kind of makes it lose something. So when the most important part of this human experience, which is the separation, is going on, I like very much to be unto myself. And like how nobody but my mother and a few family members and the surgeons that was working and the nurses know when I came in here, I like to have less. Whew. I don't even want them around me. Whew. Yeah, let me put this fan on. Especially, I have this window open over here, and it is blowing, because the wind is blowing. However, so, yeah, don't wish me up nowhere in the arms of so now that we got that done, let's see. Yes, I'm working on the song, y'all. Ron is a professional. He is, when you see him with his guitar, I put him up on my Facebook page. He's the real deal. That's how the universe does. So, I'm singing along to things that he sent me and we working it out. And now it's on me. The ball is in my court. So today I have to try to record something using the microphones that I have. I just wanted something nice. He changed the tempo a bit. I just wanted something nice that I could put on walking trying to save my feet and toes. Ron sees it as, and of course he would. It's a hit record. And it is. So that's what I'm working on. I can't tell you what my interest is in politics. Everybody got their thing they're into. See, I can't, like if I was at work and my co-worker is doing stuff, to me, that's my manager's fault. And my manager or whoever is, that's them, and that's them allowing that to happen. So, I am not upset at the co-worker because she can only or he can only do as much as they're allowed to do. So I would go after the manager. And then if it continued and she continued to ignore it, he continued to ignore it, I would go to the director. I understand how that works. And of course, being a writer, letter to the editor. That's how I roll. That's just how I roll. I'm not going to get mad and fight with that co-worker, though. Never. Never. She can only do what, or he can do what they're allowed to do. And I was in corporate America. I looked at the office. The day I saved myself from being a mass murderer, I literally laid in bed for 3 to 4 days. And I just looked at DVDs of The Office. I would not allow myself to get out of bed. I would not allow myself to get dressed because when I wasn't looking at the office, I was lining my co-workers up, and in my head, lining all not the co-workers, the management, the director, a lot of wild shit, accounts receivable. If y'all's African American working in the account receivable department, honey, I say run. I say run. Run hard, run fast. Because they stealing, because they can easily put it on you. Run hard, run fast. Now, if it's your own company, yeah. Family business, yeah. Don't mess around with them others, honey. You are strategically put there for stealing purposes only. And you say, oh, that's so racist. No, it ain't. I know from experience. No, it ain't. Run hard, run fast. Bookkeeping, if you have your own business, African Americans, you got a family business, yeah. If something is missing, it's always going to be you. Always. Always, always, always. That's why you put in place. You're strategic. You know, because, you know, with thieves and killers and murder stuff, at least when I was coming up, that's what they used to say. And they'd say, no, we're not. No, we're not. Hey, we made 20 minutes. Look how fast. And then when we come back from getting our water, doing a party break, if you're going to do a party break, we're going to listen to HR 40. Yeah. I was looking to see if HR 40 went through on the walk from yesterday, but then I was like, ugh, the ancestors always remind me. They always said, on the ethers, girl. On the ethers. The ethers. More powerful. Way better. The first internet, the only internet. It does more than the internet. The ethers. So put it on the ethers, honey. Put it on the ethers. You can eat the food you want to eat. I'm walking, y'all, trying to save my feet and toes. I said I'm walking, y'all, trying to save my feet and toes. 'Cause if I stop walking, y'all, they cut me up until I'm just a nose. I'm walking, y'all, trying to save my feet and toes. Yeah, I said I'm walking, y'all, trying to stay ahead of the sugar cane. If I stop walking, y'all, the cane gonna trip me up. Yeah, come walk with me. Save your feet and toes. Yeah, I said come walk with me. Save your feet and toes. 'Cause if I stop walking, y'all, they'll cut me up until I'm just a nose. Yeah, come walk with me and save your toes and feet. Yeah, I said come walk with me. Save your toes and feet. 'Cause when you walk with me, you can eat the food you want to eat. I'm walking, y'all, trying to save my feet and toes. I said I'm walking, y'all, trying to save my feet and toes. Cause if I stop walking, y'all, they cut me up until I'm just a nose. Just a nose, y'all. Ha ha ha. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Do I sound like a laugh or a hag? I'm not crying because of Mitch McConnell. I'm bad. Oh, I'm bad. Oh, I'm not in a cult. I'm bad. Oh, she loves her race. She's bad. To the present. And further recommend. I'm trying, y'all. Here we go. Congress.gov, January 9th. Sorry, but we're in the basement and issue. That's the heating thing. I have the window open and the fan on. Number 7, for me, edition. But the noise, you know. Reparation, Congressional Record, Volume 169, Number 7. Fear Act. I can't find my paper. Publishing Office. Reparation. Fair Use Act. Ms. Jackson Lee asked and was given permission to address the House for 1 minute. Ms. Jackson Lee. Mr. Speaker, it has been 30 years, and I rise with enthusiasm on reintroducing H.R. 40, the Commission to Study and Develop Reparation Proposal for African Americans Act. I am pleased to reintroduce this legislation and to acknowledge to my friends and colleagues that it was first introduced in 1989 after the implementation of the American Civil Liberties Act that provided compensation to Japanese Americans. H.R. 40 does not focus on all of that only. It focuses on the study of slavery and the understanding of what would be the next step to end the vast disparities in the African American communities even today in 2023. And so this introduction allows for a study and allows analysis and action. Ms. Jackson Lee continues. I am pleased with the more than 350 organizations, CEOs, scholars, state and local officials, and members of Congress who have been supportive in understanding the era of slavery in this country. The 13th Amendment may have ended slavery, but the disparities exist. Let us pass H.R. 40, the Commission to Study and Develop Reparation Proposal for African Americans Act. Mr. Speaker, I am pleased to reintroduce H.R. 40, the Commission to Study and Develop Reparation Proposal for African Americans Act. This legislation was first introduced by retired Member of Congress John Conyers of Michigan in 1989 and was intended to examine the institution of slavery in the colonies and the United States from 1619 to the present, and further recommend appropriate remedies. Since the initial introduction of the legislation, its proponents have made substantial progress in evaluating the discussion of reparation and reparatory justice at the national level and joining the mainstream international debate on the issues. Though some have tried to deflect the importance of these conversations by focusing on individual monetary compensation, the real issue is whether and how this nation can come to grips with the legacy of slavery that still inflicts current society. Through legislation, resolution, news, and litigation, we are moving closer to making more strides in the movement towards reparation. Today, there are more people at the table, more activists, more scholars, more CEOs, more state and local officials, and more members of Congress. However, despite this progress, the election of the first American president of African descent, the legacy of slavery lingers heavily in this nation. While we have focused on the societal effects of slavery and segregation, its continuing economic implications remain largely ignored by mainstream analysis. These economic issues are the root cause of many critical issues in the African American community today, such as education, healthcare, and criminal justice policy, including policing policies. The call for reparation represents a commitment to entering a constructive dialogue on the role of slavery and racism in shaping present-day conditions in our communities and American society. Over the last several years, we have had a distinguished academic and activist panel from the National African American Reparations Commission dive into some of the most salient points in the discussion of reparation. I am supporting this effort by continuing to hold the annual reparation perspective at the annual legislative conference of the Congressional Black Caucus. I believe that H.R. 40 is a crucial piece of legislation because it goes beyond exploring the economic implications of slavery and segregation. It is a holistic bill in the sense that it seeks to establish a commission to also examine the moral and social implications of slavery. In short, the Commission aims to study the impact of slavery and continuing discrimination against African Americans, resulting directly and indirectly from slavery to segregation to the desegregation process in the present day. The Commission would also make recommendations concerning any form. Ms. Jackson Lee continues. I am pleased with the more than 350 organizations, CEOs, scholars, state and local officials, and members of Congress who have been supportive in understanding the era of slavery in this country. The 13th Amendment may have ended slavery, but the disparities exist. Let us pass H.R. 40, the Commission to Study and Develop Reparation Proposal for African Americans Act. Mr. Speaker, I am pleased to reintroduce H.R. 40, the Commission to Study and Develop Reparation Proposal for African Americans Act. This legislation was first introduced by retired Member of Congress John Conyers of Michigan in 1989 and was intended to examine the institution of slavery in the colonies and the United States from 1619 to the present, and further recommend appropriate remedies. Since the initial introduction of the legislation, its proponents have made substantial progress in evaluating the discussion of reparation and reparatory justice at the national level and joining the mainstream international debate on the issues. Though some have tried to deflect the importance of these conversations by focusing on individual monetary compensation, the real issue is whether and how this nation can come to grips with the legacy of slavery that still inflicts current society. Through legislation, resolution, news, and litigation, we are moving closer to making more strides in the movement towards reparation. Today, there are more people at the table, more activists, more scholars, more CEOs, more state and local officials, and more members of Congress. However, despite this progress, the election of the first American president of African descent, the legacy of slavery lingers heavily in this nation. While we have focused on the societal effects of slavery and segregation, its continuing economic implications remain largely... I don't want to push the fair use. Yes. Before I forgot, let me tell y'all, I have been on my bike for 15 minutes since last week, getting ready for roller skating this evening, yesterday. But there was a storm. It was a storm. So we couldn't go roller skating. So still riding my bike 15 minutes before the walk. Now, of course, I do my hanging and stuff like that. So I wanted to get that out. So, I remember the first time chosen people sunk in my head. Like who? Well, the Yiddish, Central Europeans, they're chosen people. That's what they taught me here in New York. The Catholic people, chosen people. Muslim men, chosen people. Men, chosen people. I say, dang. I learned to stop asking my questions out loud. Being called stupid, getting hit on the head, stuff like that, you just don't ask them no more. I was like, why are we the chosen people? Why everybody around us the chosen people? What makes you chosen people? Who say? Now see, I didn't raise my daughter and within myself. I didn't see how we was all those things. Oh, living in New York, any crime that was committed, it was us. Unless, of course, it had to do with stabbing, then it was a Puerto Rican. That was the Daily News. Just telling you, the Times, Wall Street. Anybody who put true what we know now is true crime. So I was like, wow. And then I was looking at him and I was like, wow, little kid, oh wow. Wow. All the white people in heaven. Oh wow, okay, I'll go to heaven. Then my teenager, I was like, oh wow. Especially by the time I got down south to the Baptist cult. I was like, oh wow. Oh. There's no way I can go to heaven. I'm a bastard. Okay. This is fruitless. And then the answer said, survive. And slowly but surely it seeped in. And it took me over 30 years to get it out. So, I kept saying, we is the chosen people. And the first time you say out loud, you get pumped in the head. Somebody's so stupid. Pop! So then you say to yourself, well, here we are. Oh, yeah, we're extremely talented. Oh, yeah, we're extremely this. You can't say that loud. What you say outside, which is accepting, because according to them, like say if my stepmother went around saying, oh, my son is so good, my son is so smart. This is back in the day, I'm 65. This is even back in the 60s, 70s. Oh, my son is so smart. They would kill him. Or they would find some way to put him in jail. So general consensus was always, you don't speak good of your kids, anything you have around Caucasians. They don't like it. That's the slavery thing that they talk about. The held over, the lean over. No. So like the Asian women, when they put good food in front of you, Chinese, Japanese, North Korean, South Korean, when they put good food in front of you, you don't say, she'll say, oh, it's salty, she'll insult it. And then, of course, you say, no, it's really good. But she'll insult it. So, I put the correlation together because being raised, that's how it was. If you were around Caucasian people with your parent and you did something, they would never say, oh, wow, that is so smart. You learned that. Never. First of all, they're mortified that you dare show any intelligence out in public. Whoa. I used to take my daughter with me. I always kept a book in my pocket. And when we got someplace where we were stuck, I'd pull it out and she would read it. But not in the days of me being raised. Because then they used to say, a smart Negro is a dead Negro. So they wouldn't hype you up on being smart. Because in their minds, now the Caucasian is going to come and kill you because you know a little something, something. They said it's always better to present yourself as being dumb. Now, that has worked out to be true with me on about 2 to 3 jobs. I said I know it and I knew it. I solved a hard problem. No other Caucasian could. Worst mistake. Had an idea. Worst living conditions ever. So that was true. The jobs that I went to, I just tried to put my head down, do my work and stuff, maybe connect with my coworkers and stuff. But because whenever any intelligence I may possess showed its face, a smart Negro is a dead Negro. And I'll add an unemployed Negro. Now, I don't know if it's still like that. That's why I always wanted our family to get together and try to sell something. My grandmother used to make candy apples from scratch. Let's take her candy apple recipe and make some candy apples and sell them. No, I developed a concept for a theme park. I wrote bylaws. I set up a board of directors. Everything. We had our meetings logged in, registered with the state. Anything not to have to go back to corporate America or a job and be dumb. Because the way you make it there, you just say, uh-huh, mm-hmm, uh-huh, mm-hmm. But then you see so many people, African Americans, get caught up in stuff because they didn't know the uh-huh. Well, it was trapped. Someone asked them, hey, we're going to do this. What do you think we should do? And that person, African American, would come out with a phenomenal idea, and you could tell. Because all them Caucasians would look at her like a death glare. Like, how could you come up with that idea? We should have come up with that idea. Child, whew, whew. I was like, please just let us get some kind of business going, please. So that's what, I guess what they talk about HR 40. You just can't read a document or understand a document or listen to it one time. We have this week, we're walking for 45 minutes. That little 7 minutes gave me a chance to, as you see, walk freehand. And jumping on the bike for 15 minutes before the walk. Getting these legs in shape, honey. I don't got to do no fancy skating. I just want to go around the rink, feel the wind on my face, glide, move this body, get this blood moving, carrying all that oxygen up here. It makes my body happy, exercising, it always has. I guess that's why I'm not married. I'm supposed to have only one focus, I was told, when you get married. And that's to make your husband and the family happy. Nothing about making your body happy. That's why y'all can't exercise to this day. Because it wasn't in the rearing. Keep yourself healthy. That wasn't in the rearing. I know, especially if you were a Baptist or Southern Baptist, that is not the code of the day for women. Women are expected. Remember I told y'all how scared I was? Nobody understood it. When I was growing up, every show had white women on it who fainted. Like that, she'd go down. Sometimes somebody would catch her. Sometimes she'd hit the floor. No matter where she was, in the house, at the park, on the beach, at the pool, she was going down. So I came, looking at TV, I came to look for when the white woman would hit the ground. So now I'm in school. I'm just a little kid, 6 or 7, but on TV, that's all they had. She said, oh, and she would fall down. She said, oh, and she would fall down. She'd faint, or she'd just stand there and she would collapse. So I went to school. I used to stare at my teachers. And then sometimes I would be afraid. Because what am I going to do when she faints? What am I supposed to do? Who am I supposed to run to? Who am I supposed to get? So then she scared me. She scared me. Because I go at home and I look at TV and these women is fainting all over the place. fainting, crying, fainting, crying. So I was surprised, you know. 10, neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a good one. Yeah, they always weak. They couldn't get on a horse. They couldn't drive a car. In the movies, men kept saying stuff like, "Well, don't tax your little brain. Something she doesn't understand." Tuck in your elbow. 10, neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1 for good luck. But now all that has changed. Now, blonde hair, fake tits. It changes everything. It's accepting.
Trying to save my feet and toes.
I'm glad they don't faint no more. In elementary school,
Trying to save my feet and toes.
And no one understood. No one understood.
Cause if I stop walking, y'all, they cut me up until I'm just a nose.
Like, comment, share.
I'm
Oh,
walking, y'all.
subscribe. Subscribe. Thanks for coming on the walk. Yeah, we're gonna be listening to HR40.
Trying to
Get into my head and just trying to find out recent things that apply. Anyway, so I've worked out for an hour.
Yeah.
Like, comment, share.
Walk with me.
Tell an uncle, tell an uncle, tell an auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend. Thanks for coming on the walk. I'll see you tomorrow.
Walk with me. Save your feet and toes.